In an unprecedented turn of events, Britain has been thrust into chaos after Labour Party leader Keir Starmer delivered a Christmas speech that has been described as divisive, shocking, and a betrayal of the nation's values. What should have been a moment of unity and goodwill quickly turned into a political firestorm, sparking mass protests across the country and leaving Starmer's political future hanging by a thread. Starmer's Christmas address was expected to be a rallying call for hope and togetherness. Instead, his controversial remarks on national identity, immigration, and economic reform struck a nerve with citizens from all walks of life. "This is not the Britain we want to be," Starmer proclaimed, calling for sweeping changes that critics argue undermine traditional values and dismiss the concerns of ordinary citizens. Could this be the speech that unravels his leadership? Within hours of the broadcast, social media exploded with outrage. #Starmer betrayal trended nationwide, as Britons expressed disbelief over what many called an out-of-touch and elitist message. Videos of furious citizens tearing up Labour Party posters and marching through the streets began circulating, with chants of "Starmer must go" echoing across the nation. By Christmas evening, the outrage had spilled into the streets. From London to Manchester, thousands of Britons marched, holding signs accusing Starmer of abandoning the working class and betraying the country's heritage. The protests, described by some as the largest public demonstrations in recent years, have shaken the political establishment to its core. "What happened to our values? What happened to standing with the people?" shouted one protester in a video that has since gone viral. Analysts believe this wave of unrest could mark a pivotal moment in British politics. Could it spell the end of Starmer's aspirations for Downing Street? While critics argue Starmer's speech was a blatant misstep, his supporters claim it was a bold and necessary move to address the realities of a modern Britain. "Keir Starmer is fighting for a progressive vision of this country," said one ally, emphasizing the need for reform. Yet, many fear this vision is too radical, too divisive, and too detached from the values held dear by millions of Britons. Political analysts warn this controversy could widen existing divides within the Labour Party, jeopardizing Starmer's leadership and the party's prospects in the next election. "This is not just about a speech, it's about the future direction of the nation," one expert noted. This isn't the first time Britain has faced ideological struggles during the holiday season. From the Brexit battles to economic austerity debates, Christmas has often been a time when the nation reflects on its identity. But this moment feels different. It feels like a turning point. As the protests continue, the question remains, what happens next? Will Starmer double down on his vision for Britain, or will the mounting pressure force him to backtrack? And what does this unrest mean for the future of the Labour Party, and the country as a whole? This is just the beginning of the story. The next video will reveal the full truth behind Starmer's speech, the hidden forces fueling the protests, and the shocking implications for Britain's future. Like, subscribe, and join the conversation. Be part of a community uncovering the truth, because the next revelation could change everything.